Good morning students and welcome to our YouTube channel Eng.Med Model. So in the previous video we have just started the new chapter, that was chapter number 6, our earth and the moon. So in that we have just seen about the Neil Armstrong. So who was Neil Armstrong? Can anybody tell me students who was Neil Armstrong? So he was the first person who has stepped on the moon. सबसे पहला आदमी जो मून पे गया था और वहां पे उसने स्टेप रखा था, दैट वाज द नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग. सो देन आफ्टर वी हैव सीन अबाउट द मून कि भाई मून है तो क्या है. सो फर्स्ट लेट अस रिवाइज द प्रीवियस वीडियो, that is on 20 July 1969 Neil Armstrong took a small step forward but called it a giant leap for mankind. This was when he took his first step on the moon. After centuries of fascinating and wondering about the moon, is the moon made up of green cheese? Who is the man on the moon? And so on, human beings had actually set foot on the moon. तो यहाँ पे आप देखो कि ये ग्रीन चीज जैसा दिख रहा है कि भाई what is that? It is a green cheese and the man who is over here standing on the moon, who is that man? So that is the Neil Armstrong. Okay, now here moving forward up to the moon. So what is moon? That is, what is the brightest object in the night sky? तो रात में सबसे ब्राइटेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है? देन वी विल ऑल से दैट इट इज द मून. देन आफ्टर व्हाट इट इज मेड अप ऑफ. सो मून है वो किससे बना है? सो सैंपल्स ऑफ रॉक brought back from the moon show that they are of the same age as the rocks on the earth. मतलब अर्थ के जितने पुराने जो रॉक्स है उसी तरह मून के भी उतने ही पुराने रॉक्स है. So perhaps the moon was once a part of the earth and broke off and started spinning around the earth. You have learned that except for Mercury and Venus, the other planets in the solar system have moons, also called the satellites or the companions. So here, if we just say that, so here the moon means only Mercury and the Venus do not have moons, or also known as the satellite or the companion. These two planets don't have any moons, but else all the planets have the moons, which is also known as satellites or the companions. So let us move forward. That is, that revolve around them. The moon is Earth's only natural satellite. तो जो moon है that is the natural satellite of the Earth. Then and its average distance from the Earth is 3,84,400 km. It takes the same time to spin once on its axis. मतलब वो जो मून है वो उतना ही टाइम लगाता है अपने आप गोल घूमने में और अर्थ के ऊपर गोल घूमने में. both the time period is same. Okay students, so we can't see the back side of the moon. So it takes the same time to spin once on its axis as it takes to revolve once around the earth. So we will see the same side of the moon. That is why human beings have wondered that the other side of the moon looks like. How does it look? So we know now that the moon surface is heavily peated with craters made when it was hit by the meteorites. Scientists first thought that the dark portion on the moon were the sea, and so named them Marians. The Maria is a Latin word that means sea. So the dark patches on the moon were named the Sea of Tranquility and the Sea of Nectar, and so on. We now know that the dark parts are lowlands or craters and the brighter parts are highlands or the mountains, and there are no seas on the moon. Now here let us see forward. Here up to here we have seen in the previous video. Now here we will just move forward. That is, The moon. So here the moon has some mountain peaks that are more than 6,000 meters high. The Lebanese mountain rise up to the 10,660 meters, thus they are higher than Mount Everest. तो यहाँ पे mountain peaks are there. So which is the highest mountain peak over there? So there is a mountain named, that is the Eng.Med mountain rise up to 10,660 meter, which is higher than the Mount Everest. Okay, so here the Lebanese mountain rise up to the 10,660 meter higher, means at least 10.6 kilometer above the sea level. Okay, and next, that is, thus they are higher than Mount Everest. Scientists now believe that there may be frozen water at the moon, North Pole and South Pole. तो अभी साइंटिस्ट विचारना में है क्या है कि भाई जो उसके नॉर्थ पोल और साउथ पोल है किसके, मून के, तो उसमें फ्रोजन वाटर है, उनका अंदाजा ऐसा है, बट अब अगर है कि नहीं है दे डोंट नो. देन आफ्टर, द मून हैज नो एटमॉस्फेयर टू प्रोटेक्ट इट. तो अभी मून के अंदर कोई एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं है. So we can write this as the moon has no atmosphere okay. The moon has no atmosphere, so it can't hold it. Okay, then after it is, so the temperature becomes very high during daytime and drops to below freezing point at night time. So due to the atmosphere, वहाँ पे atmosphere नहीं है, तो क्या होता है, डे टाइम में हायर टेम्परेचर और नाइट टाइम में बहुत लो टेम्परेचर. So it is can also be written, so that is the temperature becomes very high during daytime and drops to below freezing point at night. Okay, so as it is no atmosphere, sound do not carry on the मून। तो अभी मून के ऊपर हम जो बोलेंगे वो एक दूसरे को सुनाई देगा नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं है। एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं है तो जो हम बोलेंगे वो ट्रैवल होगा ही नहीं। तो अगर ट्रैवल नहीं होगा तो दूसरे को सुनाई देगा नहीं। ठीक है। सो हियर वी कैन से दैट as it has no atmosphere, sound does not carry on the moon. Okay, so it is a silent world. वहां बातचीत करेंगे तो एक दूसरे को सुनाई देगा नहीं। तो उससे क्या होगा? There will be a silent world over there. So the moon has no light of its own, but it reflects the light of sun. तो हमको लगता है कि रात को मून है वो व्हाइट कलर का दिखता है, बट एक्चुअली the moon doesn't have light. It just reflects the light of the sun. It is the main point. So we will write that it is the moon has no light of its own, but reflects the light of the sun. Okay, thought it is much smaller than any of the stars we see at night. The moon appears to be big and the brightest object in the night sky becomes of its nearness to the earth. So now we can say that कि भाई ये जो मून है तो वो तो बहुत छोटा है, अर्थ से भी छोटा है, तो हमको बड़ा सबसे बड़ा क्यों दिखता है? नाइट के अंदर सबसे बड़ा क्या दिखता है? दैट इज द मून। क्यों दिखता है? व्हाई? बिकॉज इट इज नियर टू दी अर्थ, और बाकी के जो स्टार है वो बहुत दूर है, वो मून से हजारों गुना बड़े हैं, बट तो भी हमको छोटे दिखते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन देम इज हायर एंड द मून डिस्टेंस इज लेसर. Okay students, so I am just giving you some time to note down these main points of the moon. So please write down this. I am just giving you some time. Okay, students, have you written down this? Now, moving forward. So, now we will see the effects on the moon on the tides. So, let us see that effects effects of the of the moon on tides. So let us see that is because of its nearness, the moon has some effects on the earth, especially on the sea. The sun, the earth, and the moon have a force called the gravitational force, that is which pulls things towards themselves. Matlab sun, earth, even the moon has a specific gravitational force which pulls the things towards itself. Then, if you push a book off a table, it falls on the ground. It does not float in the air. When a ripe fruit breaks from a tree, it falls on the ground. This is because of the Earth's gravity. The moon also pulls the water from Earth's sea by its gravitational force. So the sea level rises and falls twice every day. When it rises, we can call it high tide, and when it goes down, we call it low tide. Okay, so हमने सुना है अगर हम दरिया किनारे पे जाते हैं तो क्या होते आता है वहां पे भरती एंड ओट, ठीक है। तो उससे क्या होता है, पहले पानी भर जाता है, उसके बाद पानी चला जाता है, दिन में एक बार भरता है एक बार उतरता है। ओके, सो क्या होता है उससे, दैट आर नोन एज दी टाइड्स। सो इट इज हाई टाइड एंड दी लो टाइड। हाई टाइड मतलब क्या, उसमें पानी आ जाएगा, लो टाइड मतलब क्या, उसमें पानी चला जाएगा। तो ये पानी आ रहा है जा रहा है, ऐसा क्यों कर रहा है? ड्यू टू द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ द मून। मून है वो पानी खींचता है, ठीक है, इट जस्ट टेक इट। सो उससे पानी ऊपर आ जाएगा। अगर टाइड लो टाइड है तो पानी चला जाएगा, ठीक है। सो लेट अस राइट दैट the rise sorry the sea level rises and falls twice every day. So when it rises, we called it high tide. When it goes down we called it low tide. Okay, then here on full moon, that is Purnima, and on new moon, that is Amavasya days, the sun, moon and the earth are in a straight line. मतलब क्या होता है, full moon Purnima and the Amavasya, on this days the sun, moon and the earth, these are on the line, straight line. So उससे क्या होता है, the combined effect of the sun, the moon pulls the water from the sea, so tides are the highest. They are called spring tides. On the first and the third quarter of the moon, the sun and moon are at right angles to each other. The sun pulls in one direction, the moon in the other. So tides are the lowest. They are called the neap tides. So here spring tide and the neap tide. So let us see about it. I will just explain in this video. Further we will just see in the next video. So here neap tide. What is neap tide? So if I say here is a sun, here is a earth, here is moon, here is, if the moon rotates like this, so I have just taken over there. So here is the sun, here is the earth, here is also earth and here is also earth. Okay, so this is the neap tide. And here is the spring tide. So what happens over here? तो यहाँ पे ये मून है, वो घूमेगा, तो it will just change the place. Okay, so here is the sun, here is the earth and this is the moon. Okay, दो मून नहीं है, but यहाँ पे moon will change the place. Okay, this is the earth. I will write only E. Okay, तो this is the neap tides. तो इसमें क्या होता है, सन है वो भी खींचता है पानी और जो मून है वो भी खींचता है पानी. तो क्या होगा कि ये सन खींच रहा है इस तरफ और मून खींच रहा है यहाँ से, यहाँ होगा तो यहाँ से खींच रहा है, वहां होगा तो वहां से खींच रहा है. तो उससे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे जनरेट होगी लो टाइड, मतलब पानी दोनों तरफ खींच रहा है, तो इसमें से ऊपर पानी चलेगा नहीं, तो यहाँ होगा लो टाइड. दैट इज द नेप टाइड्स. अब स्प्रिंग टाइड की बात करें तो यहाँ पे ये सन भी इस तरफ पानी खींच रहा है और मून भी इस तरफ पानी खींच रहा है, तो इसमें भरती बहुत ज्यादा आएगी, मतलब देयर विल बी हाई टाइड. हाई टाइड. ओके, सो this is the spring tide or the high tide, or this is the neap tide, the low tide. So here यहाँ पे मून और सन दोनों अर्थ से पानी खींच रहे हैं और यहाँ पे दोनों ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में पानी को खींच रहे हैं, तो उससे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे लो टाइड जनरेट होगी और इधर हाई टाइड जनरेट होगी. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, सो प्लीज नोट डाउन दिस एंड देन आफ्टर आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू होमवर्क. Okay students, have you written down? Now I am just giving you homework. So in your homework, that is, write down effects of the moon on tides. Okay, you have to write down this and we'll meet in the next video. Okay, bye students.